3 natural ways to ripen tomatoes. Don't buy artificial ripening agents. If you've harvested green tomatoes from your garden, don't worry. They don't have to go to waste. You can let them ripen indoors while keeping that fresh, sun-kissed flavor. Take a whole green tomato vine and place the tomatoes on a sunny windowsill with an apple. Position them stem side down so they're less likely to rot and stay firm. The apple releases ethylene, a natural ripening gas, helping your tomatoes turn beautifully red faster than you'd expect while keeping their full summer aroma. You can also hang the vine on a string in a bright spot, ideally by a window. This way, the tomatoes ripen slowly but evenly, holding on to their rich flavor and fresh-from-the-vine look. Another trick is to use an empty egg carton. Place green tomatoes in the compartments, add a banana peel, and let it work like a mini greenhouse. The peel, like the apple, releases ethylene, while the carton lets air circulate and keeps warmth in, creating perfect ripening conditions. Keep them in a warm spot, and with a little patience, you'll capture the taste of your garden and enjoy homegrown tomatoes even after summer fades.
Do you let your tomatoes just grow however they want? That is the biggest mistake, causing you to lose up to 47% of your fruit, while your plants catch fungal diseases in no time. Today, I will show you how to properly prune your tomatoes and whether the secret to a massive harvest lies in growing them on 1 or 2 stems. I will also share the golden rules of leaf removal and topping that will save your crops in both open ground and greenhouses. Is it better to grow tomatoes on 1 or 2 stems?
Well, it all depends on the condition of the tomato. If you've got those really vigorous growers, you can let them go on 2 stems, just like in this case here. The strongest one is always the first one right by the cluster, so you can let that one go. Or, well, the one growing near the ground is usually pretty strong too. Or, in this case right here, these two grew out so strong, so I just went ahead and left them. This bush is growing into a pretty sturdy bush here, mostly because it was fertilized with manure. And now there's another thing, stripping the leaves. You want to pluck the leaves from the bottom up to the first cluster, up to the ones that are already sized up and starting to change color. You can clear right up to that cluster. And once those fruits are big and they ripen up, you can clear up to the next cluster because, well, leaves feed the cluster from the top down. So those lower ones, they ain't really needed by the tomato anymore. They nourish them from the top down. So when the fruit is big enough, like this guy here, then you can just snap those leaves off, especially the bottom ones, because they catch diseases real easy from the water splashing up. Out in the open ground, I only recommend, well, letting them grow to 4 clusters. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And past that 4th cluster, leave 2 leaves that will feed this lower cluster, and then you top it. That way, by September, they'll definitely have time to ripen before the frost. They'll grow big and ripen up. In a hoop house, though, you can let them go up to 6 clusters. That's a big wound right there. It'll dry up, and another sucker won't grow back in this spot. Yeah, when it's that big, it leaves a big wound there, you know? See? It'll dry over, and nothing will grow there anymore.
This simple trick can save your crops at the end of summer. Just make a few vertical cuts in the soil right next to the tomato whose roots you want to limit. The roots of this plant can spread far to the sides, drawing water from a large area. This way, the tomato has controlled access to moisture. It's a quick and easy solution that works perfectly on rainy days at the end of the season. Do this now and your tomatoes will ripen faster. A brilliant trick nobody talks about. If you have plants full of large but still green tomatoes, this method will help you enjoy juicy red fruit much sooner. It's a natural technique that requires no chemicals or extra fertilizers, yet gives great results. What's more, it doesn't change the taste of the tomatoes. It actually enhances their natural sweetness. Gardeners have used it for years, but it's rarely mentioned because it takes a bit of courage. The best time to do it is in September, when tomatoes are already big but still green. That's when cutting the roots helps them ripen faster. Do it carefully, right next to the root ball. This way, the plant limits its intake of water and nutrients, so it no longer invests energy in growing leaves and stems. Instead, all the strength is directed into the fruit, which starts turning red much faster. Cutting too early can weaken the plant and harm the harvest, so use this method only at the end of the season. 1 tablespoon can replace a ton of manure. From now on, you won't need to buy expensive plant products. This mixture can replace many different fertilizers, delivering incredible results in your garden. Here's how to make it. Prepare a blender. First, you need 2 tablespoons of sugar. Sugar promotes the growth of soil microorganisms and increases the amount of organic matter, which helps plants grow and develop better. Add 3 small teaspoons of potato starch. Potato starch contains 3 essential elements for plant growth: potassium, phosphorus, and calcium. These elements ensure that plants grow properly. Next, add a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric is an effective fungicide and helps plants absorb nutrients. It also has antibacterial properties that protect plants from diseases. Pour half a liter of water into the blender and blend everything thoroughly to combine all the ingredients. Then, dilute the mixture with an additional liter of water. To use the mixture, measure out 1 cup and dilute it in 10 liters of water. Use this solution to water and spray the soil and plants. This is an excellent fertilizer for vegetables, flowers, and other garden plants. Here's how to get rid of stink bugs on your tomatoes. Even experienced gardeners don't know this trick. Stink bugs are the worst enemies of ripe tomatoes. They show up just when the fruit is nearly ready to harvest, sucking out the juice and leaving deformed, discolored spots. This simple method will eliminate them fast. Ivy, a common ornamental plant, contains saponins, natural compounds that foam and irritate insects. That makes it a great natural repellent for stink bugs and other pests. You'll need about 10 ivy leaves. Cut them into smaller pieces and place them in a tall container. Pour in about 1 quart of very warm water. Let the mixture sit for 1 hour so the ivy can release its active compounds. After that, pour the liquid into a bottle. Now comes the second ingredient: vinegar. It's a natural substance with a strong smell that insects dislike. Add about 4 tablespoons of vinegar to the ivy mix. Fill a sprayer with 2 quarts of water, then add the mixture and close it up. Now, spray the tomato leaves and fruit thoroughly. Use the spray every few days during the summer season. This method acts as a natural shield for your plants. Stink bugs will disappear, and your tomatoes will stay healthy and damage-free.